Welcome to Ballers on Budgets Cooking 101. If you're new to our website, ballersonbudgets.com, essentially we aim to educate you on how to live a socially active lifestyle while building social status and pinching pennies at the same time. We don't necessarily just focus on cooking, but we do all eat, so we want to share a few cheap cooking recipes that are also good, things that might even impress friends and family when you have a get-together or something like that. We're going to start off with the basics today and focus on a simple breakfast. And all you're going to need is eggs, bread, a little olive oil and butter, or just butter if you just prefer. And this is called a sweet ball in a basket. You may have seen this done somewhere else. I think it was in the movie V that they had this. I don't know what they called it. But the name has different names, to be honest. It's called a bird in a basket or a ball in a basket, or I don't know. There's a bunch of different names for it, but ours is a sweet ball in a basket, and we're going to add a little sweet twist to it. So I've already added a little olive oil to my pan. All you need is about a quarter size of olive oil. You don't need to douse it or anything like that. You could also just butter your pan and coat it, and you're going to need a little glass to cut a hole in your bread. In addition to that, if you wanted to season your egg when you get it in there, you're going to need some salt and pepper. And sometimes, depending on my mood, I add basil or something like that onto it as well. But we're not going to go that far right now. Essentially, you just want to cut out a little hole in your bread to start with. And then you want to apply butter to your bread. Now I strongly suggest that you butter both sides of the bread first. I cannot tell you how hard it is to try to butter the other side of your bread when it's already in the pan. So you don't want to do that. You want to go ahead and butter both sides of the bread. And you don't have to, make it all, even or anything like that. And I guess you use as much butter as you want. And I guess I'll take this time to also tell you that this might not be the, the most healthy recipe, to be honest. That's not something I focus on. If you can see, I'm physically fit, so I got a little stomach, but, I'm not really worried about counting my calories or anything like that. So if you are, then you can go ahead and do that math. That's not something that I'm too much worried about. But I want to go ahead and butter both sides of my bread here. And yeah, it gets a little messy if you're going to butter both sides of the bread right off the bat, but trust me, mess is not a big thing. Just go ahead and do it, because trying to butter the bread when it's already in the pan is a pain. So you want to go ahead and get that going. You want to cook this on low heat. Essentially, if you do not and you have high heat, you will burn your bread while you cook your eggs. I don't like to waste bread, so I even use the little center part that we cut out here. So we let that keep going here. I'm going to wash off my hands, and then we'll crack the egg in a couple seconds. See, if you notice, the bread starts to brown almost immediately. Now, I did have my pan on and heated before we even started to record, so you may have to leave it on there a little bit longer than I initially did, but my pan was already heated, so we go ahead and flip. As soon as you flip your bread the first time, then you go ahead and crack your egg and put it in the center of your toast. Now, this is the point where you would want to add any spices into your egg that you would like on there. Add a little salt. I add a little pepper. Like I said, you can even add, if you wanted to, you can add a little paprika. You can add, I don't know if you like cinnamon, because we are going to add a little sweet. I told you we're going to add some syrup for the sweet ball in the basket. So maybe throw a little cinnamon on there. It might taste good. I've never tried it, to be honest, but try a few different things and see what you like. At the same time, how long you cook your egg totally depends on you. Sometimes I like my eggs over easy. Other times I like them over hard. So if you like them over hard, then you're going to definitely need to leave it cooking a lot longer, and your bread, your toast is obviously going to get a lot darker. I think for this one, in the interest of time, we're going to do them over easy, but we let it sit here and cook for a few minutes. Check us out, ballersonbudgets.com. You'll find a host of information, Father's Day budget ideas, dating budget ideas, Valentine's Day. We have articles on how to engage in equestrian sports on a budget, how to just do anything on a budget. I mean, we're constantly adding new content, so you want to check back often. That's www.ballersonbudgets.com. So I'm going to go ahead and flip my egg here. Don't worry if you get a little spillage. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to eat it, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just flip it. Don't be shy. Just flip it. Throw a little salt and pepper on the other side. And like I said, if I want it just over easy, I'll take this off of the pan in just a few minutes. If you want it over hard, you're going to have to let it, because you can't see what it looks like inside. And if you punch through it, then obviously it gets all over the place and looks kind of nasty. Still eats the same, but it's not going to be very presentable. So let me grab another plate here. And this is really quick, if you can tell. I mean, I did heat up my pan beforehand, but it's really quick, so there's no reason why you can't make this in the morning before going to work or anything like that. And it's really delicious. I dare you to try it once. It's really, really good. If you like eggs and you like toast, you got them both in the same thing right here. All right. So I flip on the other side just to kind of see how it's cooked here. It's pretty much done for the way I like it. It is going to be over easy, like I said. If I want it to be over hard, I'd let it sit just a little bit longer. Yeah. And essentially, that is it, my friend. You throw that on your plate, and to give it the twist, you add a little syrup to it. Not too much. I can't stress that enough. Do not put too much syrup on this. This is eggs and toast. So it's not pancakes. So you just add a little bit of syrup just to give it that sweet touch. And you're good to go. That's good stuff right there. Bon appetit.